it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Hey, quick disclaimer before the actual video. I am not a TF2 pro, and I've only got a measly 200 hours in this game, so take everything I say here with a grain of salt. Oh, and please do sub and like, it helps out a ton.
Team Fortress 2.
You've probably heard of this game one way or another. It's been around since... God, 2007, I'm old! And it's somehow still alive. Even though the game is not really supported by its developer Valve anymore, the game itself is more alive than ever. Last December 2021, the game had an active 147,000 players, which was very close to the all-time peak of just 150,000 players, which was reached in June 2021. For a quick comparison, PUBG right now has an active 147,000 players, which is just below the peak of Team Fortress 2, and GTA 5 on Steam has less active players than Team Fortress 2 in general. Funny numbers go brrr. So how does a game which doesn't get any major updates anymore stay alive for 16 years? I gotta be honest here. I'm kind of a lurker. I don't comment on YouTube videos or donate to my favorite e-girl on Twitch.
And it doesn't matter how broke you are, if you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10, truly.
And I don't really interact with that many gaming communities. You know, some games have taught me just keep my mouth shut. By the way, follow me on twitch.tv/MrSlider. But I wanted to know what kind of people play TF2, and if they are truly the reason why this game will never die.
So I usually tend to get a bit racist in TF2 because that's funny.
It's just casual TF2 behavior. It's fine, man. I don't mind.
I have like a script that just says a bunch of like shit, I guess.
Offensive shit, yeah.
The first one. The first free and dumb.
Oh god. Oh god. First and foremost, Team Fortress 2 is way beyond its time. I know this sounds corny as hell and a lot of other people have said this, but it still holds up. A 16-year-old game still has an insane amount of mechanical skill and depth to it.
Nice car.
The most obvious candidates here would be Soldier with his rocket jumping, or Demo with his stickies. But there are even more obscure game mechanics, like Trimping, which allows Demo Knights to do this. And I think this is one of the many reasons why the game still thrives today. It's got insane depth, and it's incredible what you can achieve if you master the Source Physics engine and understand what limits there are. Fucking meow! There are thousands of tutorials about rocket jumping, sticky jumping, trimping, detonator jumping, force of nature hops, how to roll your big slappy, and so much more. And all of this was made by the community. There are tons of community servers dedicated to movement alone. Jump Academy servers, which are just glorified playgrounds with custom maps for you to learn rocket jumping with increasingly difficult obstacles. But this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. There are whole communities built around separate game modes. Simple stuff like fast respawn, instant respawn, 100% crit or class wars, to the more insane stuff like 10 times, death run, combat serve, dodgeball, gun game, jailbreak on a fucking Minecraft map. What? Minecraft world? What? That's not even a game mode. That doesn't describe anything. And all of this was made by community members, and the servers are hosted by them. Valve doesn't endorse any of it, but they also don't forbid stuff like this. Hats. Funny hats, weird hats, wacky hats, eldritch horror beyond my comprehension. We can't talk about TF2 without talking about hats. But Slider, I hear you scream, it's just some cosmetics. That's nothing special. Other games have skins too, like Overwatch or Rainbow Six Siege. What the fuck is that? So what makes TF2's hats so much more special when almost every game nowadays has some sort of cosmetics? And I think the answer to that is quite interesting. You see, games like Hunt Showdown or Overwatch have skins, but they are preset. There's nothing really personal about that skin. Oh, you're running the Lone Wolf skin too? Same here. But there's no individuality. Team Fortress 2, on the other hand, allows you to create your own look. It lets you decide what kind of cosmetics you want to throw together. And it doesn't stop there. No, literally, it does not stop there. How hasn't this been patched yet? You can then individually paint each item, which gives the player a ton of freedom to create a unique style for their class. And some items even have style selection, which allows even more creativity. So my Engie will probably look nothing like yours, even if we're wearing the same cosmetics, just because there's so much more you can decide and so much more you can stylize. This is why so many TF2 YouTubers just have a class as a channel profile, because even though they're just using a character from a video game, there are so many ways to individualize this very character and make a character that fits you. Or you just buy an unusual for $200. I don't care. Funny sparkly effect. And if you're poor like me, but you still want to see what sick drip looks like, there's a website called loadout.tf, which allows you to just experiment with cosmetics and make your own abomination.
What the hell is even that?
There is something special about Team Fortress 2. The interactions between players are sometimes just too damn funny. This is another reason why I love this game. The absurdity of it. All the taunts and wacky dances, the funny ragdolls and voice lines make this incredibly stupid, and I love that. Australian sniper would be like, while smoking, look at it. This is just set up phases in Team Fortress 2. You have true Australian guys playing a didgeridoo, and the rest of the team is just dancing. Words can't even describe these moments, even if I tried. But video editing can. What is this?
Wait, it's pretty low.
Get fucked.
We need some Fortnite, no. Oh wait, I might have put in the wrong version.
Uh-oh. Their Pyro got reflexes.
You got reflected from by me, man. How does it feel?
Oh.
How does it feel, man? Talking about animation, we can't forget about the heavy in the room.
What?
No, literally. Can you please leave?
Fuck you!
SFM. If these 3 letters don't mean anything to you, that's great. You can continue living a normal life.
Feels amazing to finally touch grass, holy shit. Oh hey, lizard.
But if you know that those letters stand for Source Filmmaker, you still have a way out of this. But if you've downloaded the software, yeah, then it's probably too late for you. Quick breakdown. SFM, or Source Filmmaker, is a software developed by Valve, and it's used to make all those cool Meet the Class videos.
That would be your mother.
It's an animation software that runs on the Source engine, and allows you to use all models, items, rigs from TF2 or Left 4 Dead as animation assets. There are a ton of memes and videos or even full movies made in SFM. It's a very powerful tool, and some people earn their daily income with this software alone. And it's free. I don't know if I made that point clear. It's fucking free! Basically anyone can pick up this software and create something with it. And there's a ton of talented people making animations or just posters and thumbnails with this. The Cowboy Bebop intro, or the thumbnail of this video, was made in SFN by me. And I'm a fucking idiot, and it still looks cool! Look at that! And that's not even the best part, because there's Steam Workshop. You can just download models and animations straight from the workshop and use them in your project. For free. It's incredible what is possible with this tool, and I love Valve for giving this software to the community. It allows you to express yourself and your love for a game that is more than a decade old. But if you've ever used this tool, you also know that at times it can be very janky. I can only pay respects to those who have mastered this software and still create insanely well-made content for this game. But life isn't always Pyroland and lollichops. There is a lot of things wrong with Team Fortress 2. So now let's talk about that. Do you ever just exist outside? Okay, now that I think about it, that's actually quite unrealistic for an average viewer. Do you ever just exist and you hear this noise? Oh no, it's a bug. It's no surprise that this game has a lot of bugs that haven't been patched in ages. And it's honestly just kind of sad. So now I'm blatantly going to steal a segment from Internet Historian. Pyro can spawn kill through the gates. Beggar's Bazooka can hold rockets while taunting. Funny T-pose heavy. Funny engineer double hit. Oops, I left the game open for 30 minutes, now I have 700 hours on Pyro. Spy backstabs my face. NG just leaving the map. Spy gets score for standing AFK next to cart. Demo can snipe the enemy spawn. Enemy spy in my spawn room. Fun. Thank you to Delphi for a lot of these bugs. But if you're lucky, you might encounter something even more dreadful than the bugs. It should come as no surprise that this game has its fair share of toxicity and very problematic people. I don't want to go too much into detail about this, because Vorobei has already done an excellent video about this topic, so please check him out. But let's finally talk about... Yeah, this is pretty common knowledge right about now. Team Fortress 2 hasn't received any major updates. It's been more than 2,000 days since the last major update. Now, just to clarify why I keep saying major update, this is because technically the game is still getting updated. They still add new hats they took from the community workshop, and they still add seasonal updates, even though they are just copies from the last year, and once every blue moon they fix some bug or do some balance changes.
Hey, here's an idea, fix the damn bot problem.
This is why I'm saying major, because they haven't added anything to the game since Jungle Inferno. Valve is basically keeping the game on life support, because technically they're still making money from it. Fuck! To be honest, I don't know why they don't update it. It's a goldmine just waiting to be used, but Valve is just kinda meh about the whole situation. And all of this while Counter-Strike 2 is being announced and other Valve titles get huge amount of support. It's sad, mostly, seeing such a great game loved by its community being left to rot by Valve. But you know, rotting corpses attract vultures. And this is what happened to TF2. Hackers, scripters and bots have infested the game nowadays. It's very common to run into multiple bots playing on the same server. And even though they get kicked almost immediately, it's still sad to see people abusing this old game for their own benefit, or just making it worse for everyone else. And all I can do is sit here and hope Valve does something. But until now, and for the past 3 years, nothing has changed. I love this game. Everything about it, and it makes me so happy seeing that still so many people enjoy playing this game. I know it's kind of weird seeing a video from a guy who barely plays this game writing an almost 2,000 word long script just to honor this 16-year-old software, but TF2 has a very special place in my heart, and it will always stay there. There is just one thing I don't understand. I don't get why the whole community loves Weezer. But what do I know?